Okay, we're live on YouTube. Give me a few minutes to set up for today's chapter 3 and 4. OK， 我们刚刚开始，电脑有些问题，所以呢，我们大概2-3分钟就开始了。OK， 今天是章子3跟4。
This meeting is being recorded.
OK， 大家好 ，Hello everybody. So today we're gonna start chapter 3 and 4. OK， 今天我们会讲课章子3跟4。Okay, today we'll talk about chapter 3, and that is on encumbrances. Okay, encumbrances is something that is going against your grain, so to speak. Okay, something external forces, financial or otherwise, physical, that disturbs your right to the property. OK， encumbrance 这个意思是干扰嘛。OK， 干扰什么东西呢？你房地产的权利。OK， 比如说关于有钱的这方面，你做贷款，还是呢有抵押，在你房子，还是关于房楼这方面，不是钱的方面。OK， 你邻居敲线了。等等，都是一种干扰你的权利。OK， 让你不舒服等等。OK， So let's look at encumbrances. OK, an overview. OK， 我们看看那个干扰到底是什么东西。So encumbrances is a right or interest in real property other than an ownership or tenancy interest. Okay, so it's not about the the actual ownership or the tenancy, your tenant living in it, right? It's something else other than that. Okay， 它呢就是说这个干扰了不是屋主的 造型的 ，OK， 有时候自愿的也 OK，right， 这个屋主做这个自己这个干扰出去，但是呢，很多时候呢，这是第三者操作的。So a blanket encumbrance is a lien placed on more than one parcel that has the same owner. OK, blanket 就是盖个被子嘛 ，OK， 全部盖住 ，OK， 什么意思呢？就是不单指一栋房子 ，OK， 它多栋房子，全部它的房子都有干扰 ，OK。You have two types. One is money type, okay, liens, okay, money type, okay， 是关于有钱影响到这个房子的价值等等 ，okay. Number one is, you're taking a mortgage or trust deed, right? You're borrowing money, okay? 你借钱的时候 ，okay, you have to put up your house for collateral, right? Okay, 你抵押你的房子。A mechanic lien, okay? When you upgrade your kitchen, you don't pay the contractor, or you have a dispute, right? So the contractor put a mechanic lien on your house to get it paid. 你装修的时候跟装修公司有纠纷 ，OK， 你没有付他，所以装修公司呢压着你的房子 ，OK， 这个叫 mechanic lien. Judgments and attachments, okay, court, let's say you sue someone or someone sue you, right? And you got a judgment against you. So again, they put up your house as a collateral, right? Since you have no cash, right? So they put a lien on your house for that judgment. 这个关于法庭的方面 ，right？ 你被告打官司打输了 ，right？ 你没有钱付他，他就是押着你的房子来付这个 payment。Tax liens，OK？ 房地产税它也押着你的房子 ，and special assessment tax，that's also extra tax，OK？ 多种的房产那个税 ，OK？ 也可以压到你这个房子里面的 ，OK？ So liens is money owed, okay? Something of monetary value, okay? 这种抵押了就是关于有钱的方面 ，okay? So what is a lien? Okay, 什么是抵押呢 ？Okay, it is a document using property to secure the payment of a debt or discharge of an obligation. Okay, 这是个抵押书了。Okay, 你抵押房子来做事情。Liens are either voluntary, okay, 自愿的。Okay, voluntary, for example, is that hey, you borrow money from a bank to buy the house, right? So you're okay with it, okay? 你自愿 ，OK， 抵押自己的房子来借款来买这个房子，而且重贷款。Involuntary, OK， 不是自愿的话就不一样了 ，OK。Some example of that is property tax, right? No one wants to pay property tax, right? Okay, but you need to pay property tax to run the city. Okay, 房地产税不是自愿的 ，right？ 他叫你交多少就交多少 ，right？ 但是没有房产税的话，你的城市就动不了了 ，right？ 那他要付薪水啊、工资啊等等 ，OK， 来操作这个城市，这个都不是自愿的 ，OK。Specific or general is just one property or all properties. Okay, so these two. Specific 就是单独一栋房子 ，OK。General 的话就是所有你的房产。So it go and explain what voluntary liens are and involuntary liens are. Okay, so voluntary liens are money debts an owner agrees to pay. Okay, gladly agrees to pay. Okay, and it does not have to be recorded, but often they are. Okay,它不需要这种契约的 lien 抵押不需要登记的，但是很多时候都登记了。Okay. Involuntary liens are money obligations that create a burden on the property by government taxes and legal action because of unpaid bills. Okay. 这是市政府、county 政府、州政府、联邦政府等等。Okay. 大部分呢，这个 property tax is from county. Okay. county 政府收这个房地产税的。Specific and general liens, like we mentioned before, okay. 这个是单独一个房子 ，okay. General lien is for all properties, okay. Specific is for one. 这个要记住 ，OK。Specific 就是单独一个 ，General 就是全部的 ，OK。Alright, trustee deed of trust. This is the same thing, okay? Just say it in different order, right? Okay. A trust deed of trust is a written instrument which makes real property a collateral, okay, for a loan. Okay, 所以他说 trust deed 是个证明书 ，OK， 是一个抵押书 ，OK， 你借款的时候都给银行抵押这个房子，这是这个文件 ，OK。A promissory note 这个借款书 is the evidence of that， OK， 它有证据，就是你欠的这笔钱。So you need the note and you need the collateral. These two pieces of paper, okay? Trust deed and mortgages are personal property. Okay, 抵押书 collateral papers are personal properties. That's what they say. Okay, 抵押书两种的都是抵押书 ，OK， 他们是私人财产。Okay, it's like your checks, your stocks, your bond, right? Your certificate of the bond or certificate of the stock. Those are personal property. Okay, this is a piece of paper. Mortgage is another way to do a loan. Okay, mortgage is a lien. Okay, 也是一个抵押 which secures real property for the payment of a promissory note. Again, this is a collateral, right? Okay, it's very rare in California. 在加州不多 Okay, where do they use mortgages? In the East Coast, right? New York, New Jersey, Delaware, right? Those states they use mortgages. In California, we use trust deeds. Okay, 在加州我们用这个 trust deed 这类的抵押书。Now, going back here, okay, I'm going to stress the fact, okay, this word trust deed or deed of trust, okay, this word in here, deed, is very confusing, okay. Deed usually means, grant deed, whatever deed, right? Is a title, right? A piece of paper saying that you're the owner of this property, okay. Deed 这个字啦 right? 就是抵押这个产权证嘛 ，right？ 这证明你是 owner， 证明你是屋主 ，OK？ 但是呢 ，trustee 这个意思不是这个产权证，是个抵押书，我们要记住。So in this context, right, trust deed is a collateral, not a deed. Okay, so this is not a deed. Okay, but then you say there's something similar to that, right? Okay, 有是很像这个 ，OK， 它是叫 trustee deed. Okay, with the two e's. Okay, 有个字 ，OK， 它是 trustee deed，OK， 操作人的产权书。这个 this is a real deed，OK， this is a deed，OK， 所以呢，这个产权证，这是产权证 ，OK， 叫 trustee deed，OK， so two extra e make a big difference, okay? Don't get these two confused, okay? A is a collateral, okay? B is a deed, okay? A trust deed is a collateral. Trustee deed is a deed. Remember that, okay? 这两个单词很咬人的 ，OK？ Trustee 这是抵押书 ，Trustee deed 它是产权书 ，OK？ 这个要记住 ，They will put this on the exam to test you, okay? Don't get these two confused, okay? 你不用找了一起是一样的东西 ，OK？ 一个是抵押书，一个是产权证，你要记住。Okay, we have another type of lien. It's called mechanic lien. Okay, mechanic's lien. So what is it? It's a lien in which is filed against the property by a person who was not paid after furnishing labor or material for construction work on that property. Okay? Someone did some work for you and you say you didn't do a good job, I'm not going to pay you, or you did it wrong, right? So they say, well, I spent the money, I did my labor, you pay me. So they put a lien on your house to get paid. 所以呢，这个纠纷就是金主商来做工，你不满意，你没有付他钱，所以呢，他挂这个抵押在你房子上面 ，OK？ So it must be recorded to be valid， OK？ 必须要登记下来，记录下来 ，OK？ So they take priority over all other liens， OK？ 这个也是很重要一个抵押的 ，OK？ 它会排先 ，OK？ So remember that, okay? Mechanic lien. So could continue with that line of thought, right? Preliminary notice. 初期宣布 is what? Is a written notice that must be given before filing mechanic's lien and within 20 days of supplying labor or services. Okay? 你没有挂这个 mechanic lien 上去的话，你要先宣布 ，right？ 初期宣布 ，right？ 就是20天之内有纠纷，你就声明 ，OK？ 你又挂这个 mechanic lien 上去了。Okay, determining start time for mechanic lien. Suit may be filed after preliminary notice, okay, up to 30 days. After completion of supplier or subcontractor, up to 60 days for general contractor. 你散工的话 ，right， 就是30天 ，OK。你全包的包工 ，OK。你呢就是60天 ，OK。Also, there's a notice of completion, right？ 这是完成的， 单子 ，OK。Completion is determined by any of the following, OK。哪种情形就是完毕了 ，right？ Occupation or use by owner after cessation of labor, OK。屋主开始用这个他的房产 ，OK。Acceptance of work by the owner, OK。屋主接受他的工作了 ，OK。Cessation of labor for 60 continuous days, OK。继续停了工60天。Cessation of labor for 30 continuous days if owner files a notice of cessation. 如果这个屋主 OK 宣布 right 停止工作了 OK 就是30天就完成了 OK。所以从30天到60天就算完成这个工作了 OK。So remember notice of completion, okay? Anytime they accept it, or they use it, or they wait for stop work 30 days if they filed a notice of cessation, or 60 days if they didn't file, okay? Time of filing, right? For subcontractors, 30 days. General contractors, 60 days. For all parties, if no notice of completion is filed, 90 days. OK， 散工的30天，包工的就是60天。如果没有宣布完成的话，大家都有90天。Okay. There's also a notice of non-responsibility. Okay, the owner, okay, could record it within 10 days of detecting unauthorized labor to protect owner against an unfair mechanic lien. Okay, 屋主发现 ，OK， 他做错工了，他材料不对还是什么 ，OK， 他可以宣布 ，right， 证明他没有责任的 ，OK。这样子的话，他可能挂不了这个 mechanic lien 上去 ，OK。Tax liens, OK， 房产税的抵押 ，it could be one or all properties, OK。Any unpaid property taxes, including special assessment, become a lien on a real property. Okay, when? January 1st. Okay, 1月1号的话 ，right， 它就押着你的房子来付税了 ，OK。Special assessments， 特别的房产税 ，OK。So it's a local improvement. What are they? New streets, lighting, okay, sewer, right, parks, new schools, etc. For the community, right? Local improvements are paid for by the property owners in a given district. So in an area, right, they have a good improvement here. Everybody could use it. Okay. All these houses in this area, they would have to pay for the special assessment. Okay. 所以一个区里面的话 ，right， 它扎个公园啊 ，right， 扎个东西在里面 ，OK， 它共同享受到的 ，OK， 他们呢只有付这个税。If you use it in a community, you need to pay for it. Whether you use it or not, okay, you're in that area, you have to pay for it. So, judgment, 法庭的判断 ，OK， these are involuntary and general liens, okay. So it's a court decision determining the rights of the party involved in the amount of compensation. Abstract of judgment. Okay, you have to have this. A recorded judgment creating a lien on all exempt property. Okay, non-exempt property. Okay, exempt properties are government property, schools and stuff like that. Okay. 所以呢，它有这个判断的纸张判断 ，OK， 这个是登记的下来一个判断，然后它可以压住你的房子。Small Claims Court，OK， 这个小额的法庭 ，OK， no legal representation allowed, no lawyers, right？ 这个律师不可以参加的 ，OK， 个人告个人的 ，OK， Judgment maximum 10,000。Okay, it may be 25,000 now. Okay， 这个额度就增高了，现在可能到25,000。So termination of a judgment, how do you terminate? 怎么结束一个法庭的判断呢 ？Okay, most judgment liens are terminated by satisfaction of the judgment. 这是要付钱，你付清就完了 ，OK。Satisfaction of judgment compensation by the payment of money or return of property. Okay, after you pay. Okay, 你还清了就完毕了。Okay. Attachment. Okay, court seize property. Sometimes the court will seize personal property and real property. Okay, because like for drug dealers, right, criminals, etc. Right, they just take their houses and cars and toys, etc. Right, until they go through the process. Okay, so it's a process of law. It gives custody of real and personal property to the court to ensure payment of a pending lawsuit in that county. 他怕他飞走了不付钱 ，OK， 就他扣留他的房产跟财产。Plaintiff 告人的告解 ，OK， one filing a court action, the one who's suing, OK. Defendant 被告的 the person is being sued. Okay, another term that you're going to see often is lis pendens. Lawsuit is pending, that's what it says. Okay, 他说里面有纠纷，有打官司的事情。Okay, so a lis pendens. Okay, this vocabulary you need to know. Okay, it's the recording of a notice with the county recorder office warning. Okay, 它这是警告所有的人 ，OK， all person that a certain type of lawsuit is pending concerning a particular property. 它这是这栋房子有纠纷，被告 ，OK， 打官司在里面。So any house that has a lis pendens on it, you cannot sell it. Okay, you cannot finance it, refinance. Okay, the only thing you could do it is live in it, and you rent it out. Okay, those are the two things that you could do. Okay, 如果他有打官司在这个房子里面的话 ，right， 你不可以买卖 ，cannot buy or sell this house. You cannot refinance， 不可以贷款，不可以重贷款。两样东西你可以做的话，你住在里面还是你租出去 ？There's only two things you could do: live in it or you rent it out. Okay. Remember that. We got a couple of cases, they didn't know, right? Someone is suing them. They find out afterwards, okay? They have a list pending on it. Or they know, but they forgot, right? Sheriff sell, court order to sell execution. Okay. So whatever the reason is, right? By the tax department or by court order, right, to sell. 通过法庭的判断去卖你的房子 ，okay? Writ of execution is a court order requiring the sale of certain type of property to satisfy a judgment. 他卖了这个房子，然后把这个钱就赔偿了 ，okay? A sheriff sale is the forced sale of a debtor's property to satisfy judgment under a writ of execution. The buyer who gets this property will get what we call a sheriff's deed. OK， 这个买主 OK 买这栋房子的话，就是法庭判断要卖的 OK， 这个买主拿到这个东西，他们出这个证书。这是叫 Sheriff's Deed， 警察的产权证。Okay, the police deed or sheriff's deed. Okay. The word injunction, they will test you on it in the exam. Okay, 他会考你的这个单词。Okay. So it's a court order to stop doing something. Stop doing something. Okay, stay away from, your girlfriend, boyfriend, right? Okay, do not sell that property. Do not sell those land parcels. Okay, it may be fraud, etc. Right? It's a court order for someone or group or for anyone to stop doing something. Okay. 这是法庭的判断，去停做一样东西，不管什么东西 ，OK， 这种判断的话，就是叫 injunction，OK。Items that affects physical use, okay? So we're not talking about money now, okay? So we call it non-money encumbrance, okay? 就是不关于钱这个干扰的 ，okay? So these are physical encumbrances. And they are, okay, easements, okay, 让路 building restrictions and zoning, right? 你怎么去盖这个房子 right? 这个区什么区也是一种干扰嘛 right? An encroachment 超限 OK 我们看看内容 OK So easements appurtenant runs with the land. Okay, so if you buy a property that has an easement, you're gonna have that easement, right? You have to serve, right? To let people use that easement. So it's created for the benefit of the owner of adjoining or attached lands. 邻体的地，它就可以用上。Dominant tenement, okay, what is it? The land that obtains the benefit of the easement. Okay. 用 easement 的人就是叫 dominant tenement. The one who uses the easement is called dominant tenement. Okay. Servient tenement is the one that provides the land for someone else to use. It's called servient tenement. The owner of that easement is a servient tenement. 你是让路的屋主、地主，你就是 servient tenement. Okay? The land that gives the easement the benefit of another. So this is the row. Okay? You have A and you have B. 1 second. Some X maybe. Oh, that's no longer available. Sorry. No, not at the moment. Thank you. Okay, so property A and property B. Okay. Now, there's no way that A could go to its property without passing the easement, right? So that section, the driveway, is the easement. Okay, 这个车道，这是一条让路给 A 去用上的。OK，B 就被用了。OK，所以它叫 servient tenement。OK，用这个让路的话叫 dominant tenement. So property owner B owns the land. The easement crosses but cannot block or hinder in any way the right of property A to use the driveway to access his property. Okay? By law, right, if they have an easement, B cannot block it, so they have no access. Okay? But if they don't have an easement, then this land is useless. Okay? Cannot use it because he cannot, unless he goes in with a helicopter, right? Okay? But you're still trespassing the airspace of B to get to A if you use a helicopter. Okay? 因为你用直升机的话 ，right， 你还通过 B 的空间 ，right， 来到 A，right， 或者你从 C， right， 另外一条路进去 ，okay。So anyway, that's an example of easement. Okay. Easement in gross. What does it mean? It's created for the benefit of others who do not own adjoining or attached lands. For third party. Okay, 它让给第三者用，谁是第三者呢？水电瓦斯公司等等。Okay. May have one or several servient tenements. Example, landowner Jacobs grants telephone company or cable company the right to erect telephone poles in his land. Okay. Unlocated easement. There's no specific way to, the easement. When the property owner gives the right to cross his land and does not limit how or where a person would have to cross, right? So if he doesn't have that, right? So this is the easement. Okay. So they could go anywhere. Okay. So this is an unlocated easement. Okay. 他没有姓名怎么去 用它的让路 ，OK， 所以呢，这个叫 unlocated easement。Typically, those are the easement and grows type of easement. Okay, creation of an easement 怎么去操作一个让路呢？ How do you create an easement? Okay, you could do it with express grant in writing. 你写出来就 OK 了。Okay. Implication of law imply easement. Okay. In the A and B example, okay, B, have to serve the easement, right? Long use, right? Prescription. Just by using it, okay? How? You need to be open and notorious, okay? 你不用问谁，你就用。Uninterrupted for 5 years, 不停地用了5年。Under a claim of right or color title, okay? And it has to be hostile. Okay? No one stopping you, okay? You just go full force and use it. Okay? Not hostile meaning, you have to carry a gun, etc., right? Not that hostile. Just meaning you don't have to ask. 你不用问谁我可不可以过？你每次问这个问题的话 ，right， 这不是 hostile。Okay. Alright, transfer of an easement is appurtenant, automatically transfer with the property. Okay, in gross, only by express agreement, providing the easement is not made to a specific individual. Okay, this is for like utility companies, right? For third party. Okay, that's why in some of the preliminary title report, okay, you're gonna see it expressed in the report. Okay, so and so grants easement to utility companies, blah blah blah. Okay, 你会看到这个初期产权报告里面有这个 easement and gross. Okay. Okay, termination of an easement. Okay, 怎么去结束一个让路 ？Again, express release, right? Something written, usually a quick claim deed. 你就放弃了 ，okay? Merger of a dominant and serving tenement. Okay, how do you do the merger? Okay, let me show you. Going back to here. Okay. Now, if B was to buy A or A to buy B, right? So this become one property. They merge, right? They merge and call it C. So you don't need this driveway anymore, right? Easement. They merged, right? It's the same owner, so there's no more easement, right? So that's what it means. So that A 买 B 还是 B 买 A, right? 它合并一起的话就没有这个让路了，让路不见了。Okay, excessive use 用的太多了，这个小路断了。Okay, they use it too much. The little crossing, whatever, right? The bridge is broken. No more. Okay. abandonment or non-use 放弃了还是不用 ，okay, or destruction of the serving tenement. Destruction of the serving tenement typically is eminent domain. Okay, so what do they mean by destruction? Let's go back to the same example. Okay, let's say the state or the county want to make this road, okay, bigger. Okay, make it wider, double the length. Okay, so they buy out B, make this into a road. So B is destroyed, right? Okay, now becomes a road. So no more, right? No more easement. County 政府还有市政府，它扩大它的路，right？它把这个 B 的房产买下来了，铺路 ，OK， 扩大这个路，所以呢，这个让路就没有了，所以这是 destruction of the easement， OK。Okay, so destruction of the serving tenement, destruction of easement. Okay, so that terminates it. Okay, no more. Okay, building restrictions, right? Oops. Building restrictions. It could be public or private. Okay, private. It could be condo, in a community, etc. Okay. Public is for all of the buildings. So private deed restriction, limit the use of occupancy of the land. Okay, give you one example, right? HOA. You live in a condo, right? You have access to the pool, right? But not 24/7. No. You cannot go anytime, right? They say you could go there from 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. Or 7 to 7. Right? So this is a restriction. Right? So this is a private restriction. So covenant, a promise to do or not to do certain things. Condition is a future or concerned event that which happen to create application to an existing application. Okay, so that's why HOA, they have what they call CC and R. Okay, covenant and condition and regulation for the R. Okay, you have to abide by it. Okay, 所以这个社区里面它有很多限制的。OK， 你不可以做什么什么什么东西，有条件，加上呢它有这个法律。OK， 这个在里面，你不可以做什么做什么。OK。 Public government restriction, limits made by government agency, usually by cities and counties in the form of zoning. OK， 市政府、county 政府 OK 也是用那个区来管理他们那个房产 OK， 这个住宅区啊 right 商业区啊、工业区啊、农场区啊等等 OK。Race restriction deemed illegal by the California State Legislature OK， 不可以为了这个人种 OK 限制 OK， 这个不行的，联邦政府也不行 OK。So in the HOA, they cannot say, whites only. Okay, for the swimming pool. Believe it or not, they have it prior, right? Okay, no more. Okay, they cannot stipulate that. Okay, that will be illegal. 他不可以社区里面是说，这个用词只有白人可以用，不行的 ，OK？ Alright, let's talk about encroachment. A, rebuild a garage, brand new garage, right? But they're 6 inches over or 2 inches over onto your property. This is what we call encroachment, 敲线 ，OK？ 它重盖它那个车库 ，right？ 过线了 ，right？ 过到你这边。Or they have a big old tree, right? They violated your airspace. So this portion is encroachment. 这个也是敲线，敲什么？空间的线。OK， 它的树叶很讨厌，每一次它落叶。Okay, so either they cut it, or you cut it for them and send them the bill. Okay, so typically 3 years. Okay, 3年你不抱怨不改正的话 ，right， 就很难处理了之后。Okay, the wrongful, unauthorized placement of improvement or permanent fixtures on someone else's property. Okay. Homesteading your residence. What is homestead? 什么叫 homestead? Okay. So it's a special provision of the law which allows homeowners, okay, 它有个法律准屋主 okay, to protect their homes, 保护他们那个房产 from forced sales to satisfy their debts. Okay, 这是小小的保护 okay, 或是可能别人乱告他等等 okay. It's basically from frivolous lawsuits. Okay, let's say you have tract houses here, right? And they see a little crack in your driveway, right? And they fall and have witnesses, right? And they suing you, okay, for money. They purposely fall in front of your house. Right? They say your crack caused me to fall and I'm suing you. And you basically have to settle, right? And pay them. Right? These are professionals, right? So if you have homesteading on your house, right, you're protected. Right? They won't sue you for $1 million, right? They sue you for like 5,000 for medical fees and stuff like that, right? So it will give you some protection. 所以呢，这个是保护屋主 ，OK， 被告等等 ，right？ 那专门在他屋子前面 摔下来 ，right 就告他了 ，OK， 等等。So declaration of homestead protects up to what? Individual 75,000, right? 单独的、单身的75000 ，couples 夫妻10万块 ，OK， 老人家65岁以上的话175000。Okay, for couples 100 grand, individual single 75 grand, for 65 seniors and up 175,000. It does not protect against what? Foreclosure, mechanic lien, and lien file prior to the filing. 它保护不理就是拍卖物啊 ，right? Mechanic lien 啊，然后其他的抵押，就是你没有file homestead 之前的 ，OK， 保护不了你 ，OK。A valid declaration of homestead must, right? 珍贵的 declaration 需要什么东西 ？Okay? You need to be head of the household, head of the family. Okay, and state name of the spouse, right? 你的配偶是谁 ？Include a statement that the claimant is residing the premises claimant this is his or her homestead. 必须要记住 ，OK, owner occupy. Okay, owner occupy. 记住 describe the premise and give an estimate of cash value. Okay, what type of house is it and how much is it worth? Okay, 它是什么房楼，然后价值是多少 ？Provide that declaration of homestead may need to contain a statement as to the character of the property, that no formal declaration has been made, and that it is within the limits prescribed by law. Okay, they have a standard form that you could use. Okay. 你要声明其他的东西 ，OK， 已经没有人挂上那个 homestead，OK， 然后呢就是合法的等等 ，OK， 它有表格可以用上的 ，OK。So look something like this, OK。所以这是这个表了 ，OK。屋主的名字 I owner last name. Okay, and I'm the one who's declaring the homestead, right? What city is it in? County, and then the address. 地址，名字，地址 ，OK， 在哪个城市 ？State of California. Okay, and then you sign in front of a notary. Okay, there's a notary. 有公证的 ，OK， 公证之后你就可以记录 ，and then pay a fee, obviously, OK. Termination of a homestead 怎么去结束这个 homestead 呢 ？Terminate, OK. Sell a property ends homestead. 你把它房子卖掉就停掉了。Declaration of abandonment 你可以宣布放弃，也停掉了。OK. Removal or destruction of the dwelling does not end homestead. OK. 你移动你的房楼还是房子垮掉、烧掉 ，OK. Homestead 还在的 ，OK. Even if your house is burned to ground, right? You still have homestead, right? Okay, homestead still exists. Okay, we'll finish with chapter 3. 我们完成章子3了 ，OK， 我们休息一下 ，OK， 到10点半，然后呢，我们就讲章子4。So we'll start chapter 4 at 10:30, okay? So let me set that up. This is a little bit longer chapter, but on from there. So we break until 10:30. We'll break till 10:30 a.m. Okay, we're back. 我们回来了。Okay, so chapter 4 we talk about agencies and its responsibility. Okay, 我们会讲章子4 OK, agency 就是代表 right, 然后他的责任。What is an agency? 什么叫 agency? It's the authority to act in place of another. 就是代表一家 principal, okay, to do a specific act for a stated period of time. 有时间段的 Okay, so who do you represent? Right? To do what? And when? Okay, 你代表谁 right? 你做什么事情 right? You know, 一个时间段。You have agent, principal, and third party. Agent, that will be you, okay, the real estate salesperson. One who acts for and with the authority from another, called the principal. So who's the principal? It could be a seller, or it could be a buyer. Okay? Or what we call investor. Okay? 你代表谁了？卖主、买主、投资者 ，OK， 都可以的。你呢，这是叫 agent。Who's the principal? A person who hires or employs an agent to work for him or her. These are the principals. Sellers, buyers, and investors. Right? Then you have the third party. Right? 这个卖主、买主跟投资人就是 principal. Third party is the other person in a contractual negotiation other than the principal and his or her agent. 第三者 These consist of escrow, right, title, termite company, home inspection, okay, notaries, lender, right, 银行 okay, these are third parties, okay, escrow 公司 okay, 交易公司 title 产权保险公司白蚂蚁公司公证人员 OK 检查房屋的 OK 白蚂蚁的公司银行等等 OK 都是第三者。So in California, any person in real estate who is acting in return for compensation from another must have a Bureau of Real Estate license. OK， 在加州 OK， 你做任何的房产的动作来赚钱 OK， 你必须要有这个牌照。Either you sell, offer to sell, you buy, offer to buy, right? Solicit prospective buyers or sellers. You negotiate purchase, sell, loan, exchange business, buy or sell businesses or real estate. Also, you do leases and collect rent. You need a license. OK， 你做所有的买卖房产、租房产 ，OK， 买卖生意等等 ，OK， 有钱赚的佣金，你就必须要有 license。And law of agency, okay, applies whenever one person represents another in a business transaction, act as an agent. Okay, broker must comply with California real estate law. Okay, so whenever we see agent, okay, agent, okay, it's a general term, very general. Okay, 我们 agent 就是所有的房产经纪啊 ，right, broker 啊，公司都是叫 agent。And then they break out to other titles, right? You could be a sales agent, you could be a broker agent, okay? You could be a company as an agent, company, okay? 你是做个 sales person 还是 broker 还是一个公司，都是 agent。So what are your responsibility? 你的责任是什么 ？Because the real estate broker is an agent, remember? Okay, it's an agent. The California Civil Code defines his or her duties and responsibilities. Okay, 它有跟着这个加州政府的法律、房产法律来走。Agent must inform principal of all facts pertaining to handling of the principal's property. 有宣布所有的事实给屋主。OK， 屋主也好，卖主也好，买主也好。OK，agent may not gain any monetary interest in the property without the principal's prior consent. OK， 他赚什么任何的钱等等 ，OK， 优惠 ，OK， 这个 principal 又知道。Agent may not use principal's property to his or her own advantages. Okay, without written consent. Give example, right? I mean, you selling a mansion on the beach, right? And you use that mansion to hold parties and make money without owner's knowledge. That's a no-no. Okay, you cannot do that. Okay, 你帮屋主去卖他的豪宅在海边 ，right？ 你就用他的豪宅来去开 party 啊 ，right？ 请客啊 ，right？ 去赚你之前 ，OK？ 这是利用上你有利 ，OK？ 然后屋主不知道，这样子不行的，这个是非法行为 ，OK？ And you could lose your license for that, okay? If they sue you. Okay, fiduciary relationship to principal. So whenever you see the agency, always relate to this fiduciary relationship, okay, or duty。这个单词 ，agency 代表，你一看到代表这个字体的话，你就要记住这个单词 fiduciary relationship 是有责任的常常你就是这个屋主你代表他嘛你有这个责任。So when you are representing the principal, you have to be in their shoes, so to speak. Okay? 你就当你的屋主一样了帮他处理这个事情You have to be honest, you have to use care carefully, keep your integrity, your loyalty, and you obey the law, and no secret profit. Whatever you do is transparent. Let the owner know. 你做任何的东西你要透明的让那个屋主知道。And then you have the truthful relationship for all third parties, You just have to be honest, reasonable, fair dealing, and good faith. 你对第三者就是比较 professional 了不用有这个诈骗行为，也不这个负责任等等Okay, listing and selling agents. Listing and selling agents. So there's another form, what they call buying agent, right? A lot of people get confused, Who is the buying agent? Typically, it's synonymous as the selling agent, But whatever the nomenclature, right? 这个姓名它是哪种 agent? Whoever pays you, right? That's your title, right? 谁付你佣金的话你就是什么 agent 了So if you're a listing agent, who pays for you? The seller is paying you, right? So you work for the seller, right? 你是 listing agent 的话 right? 谁付你佣金啊？屋主嘛 right? 卖主嘛 right? 所以你代表他嘛你跟他打工嘛 right? What about selling agent? Who's paying the selling agent? The seller, right? Sell from seller's pocket. So who do you work for? You don't work for the buyer. You work for the seller. So you're a selling agent. 谁付你佣金啊？你带了客户过来 right? 屋主嘛，屋主是卖主 right? 你跟他打工的你也是代表他去卖他的房子，所以你叫 selling agent. So what is buying agent then? Buying agent is the buyer pays you, right? 买方付你佣金，这个时候呢，你就是 buying agent. The buyer pays you the commission. It's very rare, right? Unless they want hey, I want you to get me this, $2 million mansion, right, on a beach, whatever, right? And I pay you a flat fee or pay you a percentage. Then you are a buyer's agent because the buyer is paying you. You are typically a selling agent representing a buyer, okay? And you're not a buyer agent. You're just representing the buyer, okay? So 你代表买主来买这个房子，你是 selling agent, okay? But you could be both, okay? You could be both selling agent and buying agent too, okay? Because you're selling it. At the same time, the buyer is paying you too, okay? So use the term correctly. A lot of people saying that you're a buy agent. So what they really mean is that you're a selling agent. You're just representing the buyer, okay? 你代表买主，但是你还是 OK 佣金还是卖房子的人屋主给你的钱 OK 所以你是 selling agent. Or it could be both, right? You could list and sell. So you're dual agent. Okay, if you're both the same, again, you're a dual agent. Okay. You're a triple agent if you're also representing a buyer. Okay. Then you become triple agent. That's very rare. Rare, okay? 很少这样子 OK 去做事 OK 很少所以大家知道 right listing agent, selling agent, buying agent, and dual agent OK 大家都知道了 OK so everybody clear on the agents OK the names of the agents OK who you are OK disclosures OK 宣布什么东西了Agency Disclosure Law, okay, 唯一你要宣布你代表谁 Okay, so this law is enacted in 1988. Okay, it become law, right? It's very important, okay? Who are you representing? The seller or the buyer? Or both, okay? The law requires each agent with whom you have more than a casual relationship to provide you with and fully explain a disclosure regarding real estate agency relationship form. It's called agency disclosure, AD. Okay. When you do the paperwork later on as an agent, you will know this form. Okay, AD. Okay. 你做房产生意的时候呢，你必须用这个表叫 AD。Okay, both the listing broker and the selling broker must declare in writing as soon as possible whom they represent. If they represent the seller owner, they're the seller agency. They represent the buyer, they're the buyer's agency. If they represent both the seller and the buyer, they have dual agency. Okay, so this is doing the listing. Okay, they doing the selling. Okay, this does both. Okay, like I say, buyer's agent is something rare. Okay, 很少是 buyer's agent. Okay, you represent the buyer as a selling agent. Okay, so looks something like this. Okay, so disclosure, real estate agency relationship. Okay, you put down who they are. Are they buyer? or they seller. Put the names here. And then they sign, date, okay, and then your company's name, agent's name, sign, your license number, and your company number, okay。所以的这个表，这个叫 AD，okay， you can see AD, right? AD. This is AD form, okay。你的姓名是卖主还是买主？他的名字 ，OK？ 你公司名字，这个 license 号，你的名字 license 号，那你签名。Okay, so it goes the same here, right? You're representing the seller, okay? Or you represent the buyer, okay? Or you're representing both seller and buyer. Listing and a multiple listing service, MLS. Okay, 这是用这个网 MLS 这个网。So let's talk about listing agreements. Okay, 卖房的协议。Okay, so is a contract to employ a broker or company legally referred to as an agent in general, okay, to do a certain thing for the owner or seller, typically to sell it, okay, or to lease it, okay， 你帮那个屋主去卖房子还是去租他的房子 ，okay， 租出去。All real estate listings must be in writing, okay, in order to collect a commission, okay， 你必须要纸张写下来的 ，OK， 没有的话你拿不到你的佣金。There are 6 basic types of listing. Okay, let's talk about all of them later, okay? There's an open listing, exclusive agency listing, exclusive right to sell, net listing, option listing, and oral listing. We won't be using that in real estate. Okay, 有6种卖房子的协议 ，OK？ 第6种的话，就嘴巴说的不算数 ，OK？ 不用的。我们看看其他的。Open listing is called unilateral non-exclusive contract. 一方的 ，OK？ It just say that anybody could sell for me. Okay, 什么人都可以帮我卖这个房子 ，Okay, may be given to any number of brokers. 给1个、2个、3个 ，OK, 1000个都可以。Owner may find own buy and pay no commission. 卖主记着买主的话，就不付佣金了。Usually no time limit. 没有时间限制的 ，OK. Few broker use this type of listing. Okay. It's an open game for everybody. So typically, people don't want to use that. Okay. 很少人用这种协议了 ，OK， 因为谁都可以卖啊 ，right？ 随时就抢走了这个生意，所以很多人不用这个 open listing。But commercial, right? They typically use open listing. Okay， 商业的话，它大部分的用这个 open listing， 它不想绑住自己 ，OK。Exclusive agency listing. What does this mean? Exclusive agency. only the listing broker is entitled to commission. Only one company or one broker is allowed to sell. Okay. Owner may still find buy and pay no commission. Okay. 卖主、屋主了 ，OK， 自己找自己的买主的话，也不付佣金。Only one broker eligible to sell the property. Okay, typically they pick a big brokerage firm, right? Because they have inside sales. Okay, definite termination date required by law. 有时间段的 ，typically is 3 months, either 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months. Okay. 这个有时间段的 ，OK， 3个月、6个月、9个月、1年等等 ，OK。So this is called exclusive agency. Only one broker can sell. Of course, the owner could sell too. Okay. Then we have the exclusive right to sell listing. This is the most popularly used. OK， 这个是很普遍的。OK， 因为它是很好的 listing 这个协议。OK， 不管谁卖，他都拿到佣金。No matter who sells, right? That broker, the listing broker, will get paid. Only the listing broker has the right to sell. Okay. Preferred by most brokers. And no matter who sells it, even the owner sells it, you get paid. Okay. Broker or salesperson entitled to a commission if property sold within the listing period, even if owner finds own buyer. 这个时间段里面 ，OK， 你卖掉房子的话，不管谁卖 ，OK， 包括卖主、屋主找到这个 buyer 给你 ，OK， 你一样拿到你的佣金。Definite termination date required by law， OK， 有时间段的。Again, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or year plus, OK。有时间段的，3个月、6个月、9个月、12个月以上都可以的 ，OK。Net listing， OK， 这个呢就是另外一种卖房的方式 ，OK， 但是它有一个选择了 ，OK， 加上去另外一个 listing。So net listing, so you use 3 plus net listing. Okay, number 3. Okay, that's what we use. Commissions consist of what amount in excess of the specific predetermined price set by the seller. Must be used by another listing. Okay, we use the exclusive sales listing. Okay, number 3. Seldom used because many people don't know how to use it. Okay. So what does that mean by net listing? Okay. So typically, this is $1 million home, right? And you list it for 5% or 4%. Okay. So it's 40,000. Okay. So, you know, after selling it, right? 94, right? Or 96, sorry. Okay. So normally, right, minus whatever closing costs, right, to the seller, right? So it's 50K. So they will probably net about 950. Okay? Typically, right? So if you use a standard exclusive right to sell. Right? Net listing is that you add net listing and you say, besides this, okay, I have an option to do net listing. I will give you $1 million net okay. So you don't have this fee anymore. Okay, you net 1 million. Okay, but you do not care how much I sell it for. I could sell it for 1.1 mil. Right? I still give you $1 mil, but I make 100K, right? Okay, but I have to minus, right? Minus the closing cost for you, right? Minus 10K. So my commission now is 90K. Right? So you make almost double. Right? Or I could sell it for 1.2 mil. You still get $1 mil. You net 1 mil, right? Okay. I make 200K. Minus your expense of 10K. Right? I make 190K. Okay. So that's the power of net listing. Okay. You can make 3 times here plus. Okay. 3 times plus your commission, depending on the selling price and closing costs and all that, right? 所以你就看正收入的选择 ，OK 就好很多了。普通的话，你这100万的房子4个 percent，OK， 你有4万块嘛，加1万块 ，OK， 这5万块，所以屋主可以拿到95万。但是你加个选择上去 ，OK， 正收入的 ，OK， 你就给他100万 ，OK， 正收放到他手上，你就卖110万 ，OK， 你有10万，减掉1万块，你就赚9万了 ，OK，almost double，right， 2倍。但是如果你可以卖到120万的话，你赚20万，减掉1万块，你有19万，增加3倍以上了你的佣金。Okay， 这个叫 net listing。net。Okay， the owner get a net amount. Okay, doesn't care how much you sell it for. Okay, well, obviously you won't sell it for a loss, right? Okay, so that's how you use net listing. Very powerful stuff. Okay, if you understand it. Options listing. What does that mean? Reserved by broker. What does that mean? It gives the listing broker the right to purchase the property too. So the broker is also a buyer. They could buy too, okay? So always include that in there. But the broker, they must disclose to the prospective buyer that he is also a principal buyer. 如果他有这个选择的话，他必须要告诉他所有的买主 ，OK， 他也是一个买主，他可以标价上去 ，OK。因为人家不知道他是买主的话 ，right， 这个是非法行为 ，OK。因为他标上去，人家不知道他是买主 ，OK。Listing agreement copies, how do you handle it? OK， 签这个卖房子的协议，什么时候给他一份 ？Give copy when signed， 他签了之后马上给他一份。Couples who are considered one legal person receive one copy。夫妻2个他是单独， 就是上一个人一样，你给他1份就好了，不需要2份。So how do you get copies when signed? You make 2 copies, sign 2 copies, and give 1 copy, and you keep 1 copy. OK， 你打印2份出来，2份都签 ，OK， 签完之后他 keep 住1份，你 keep 住另外1份，就免了去复印了 ，OK， 那个他家庭里面有办公室，他有复印机就没问题 ，right？ 你给他一个 copy， 你拿这个 original。Okay, if they have a home office, just make a copy, give them the copy, you keep the original, okay? And that'll be done. But if they have 3 brothers and sisters, you have to three copies, okay? Plus your own, right? You have 4 copies. 如果他兄弟姐妹有3个兄弟姐妹的话 ，right？ 包括你自己的话，你有拿4份 ，okay？ How do you handle that? Right? You do electronic signing, okay? You set up everything, and then have everybody sign online, and everybody get their own copy afterwards. Okay? 如果太多人的话，你就用电子签，来，大家签完之后，他有电子版，自己有个电子版 ，OK？ 就比较快。Alright, multiple listing service, okay? MLS network. So what is it? It's an association of real estate broker and salespeople who mutually share listing and sales. 他就通过这个网 ，OK， 来宣布他们的 listing， 所以他可以在上面买卖。So sub-agents and cooperating brokers, who are they, right? A licensed broker or salesperson upon whom the power of an agent have been conferred, not by the principal but by the agent with the principal's authorization. Okay, so what does that mean? Seller give this to a broker to sell, right? So they have a listing. Then broker spread it out. Okay. Any broker B 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to N. Okay. All these are sub-agents or they call it co-op brokers. Okay, they sell for this broker. Okay, so if this broker get a listing of 6%, they split it 3 and 3. Okay, 所以这个屋主 OK 跟那个 broker 一个公司去签 OK， 他给6 OK， 他可以给另外的经纪人，另外的公司叫 sub-agent 还是 co-op broker， right？ 给他一半3%。Okay? They could do 2-4 also, or they could do 4-2, right? It's all negotiable, okay? So these are called sub-agents and co-op, okay? So these are called, in other words, you got it, okay? These are your selling agents and brokers. Okay? They sell for you. Okay? You're the listing broker, right? Or listing agent. Okay? Multiple listing service on the internet. Okay, you can see it in realtor.com, you can see it in car.org, and for consumer, right, you see Zillow, right, you see Trulia, right, you can see other big outfit, right, Redfin, okay, Remax, Century 21, and of course, our own company, StarMax Realty. .com. Okay, you can search all of the houses in any of these platforms. Okay, Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, Realtor.com, StarMax.com. Okay.你就通过所有这个网可以找到，这是 listing，OK， 卖房 ，OK， co-op brokers. So it's a non-listing broker, is called sub-agent, who also work to sell the listed property. Okay. They do not list. They are not a listing broker. Okay. They are selling brokers. Okay. It's called sub-agent or co-op agent. So agreement between brokers and salesperson must be in writing. Okay. 你在一个公司里面去帮他们代表他们的话 ，right？ 你也有一个协议，跟老板、跟公司有个协议 ，OK。Commission, your favorite subject, OK？ 佣金，你们最喜欢的题目了 ，OK？ Whenever you see commission, OK, it's equal to is negotiable. Okay, you see here, negotiable. That's on the exam. Okay, 考试里面有的 OK. They will ask you who sets the commission? Who sets the commission? A, seller. B, buyer. Okay. C, brokers. And D, negotiable. Okay, the answer is D, negotiable. Okay, 他就问你谁固定这个佣金的 ？OK， 卖主、买主、经纪人还是讨价还价？进去的答案是 D， 讨价还价。OK， so broker must provide a buyer who is ready, willing, and able to buy. OK， 他要找到一个买主 ，OK， 他准备好了，有愿意了，有能力去买的他的房子。Okay, the commission rate entirely is negotiable, right? Usually 3 to 10%, depending on what type of real estate it is. Okay, typical for if you buy and sell a company. Okay, it's 10%. Okay, because it's a business. Okay， 你买卖生意的话，可能会达到 10%， 因为它的额度比较小。Okay。Also, a commission can be earned even if the seller backs out if you have the exclusive right to sell. Number 3, type of listing. Okay, they cannot back out. It's a contract, okay? not unless they let it expire, okay? And they cannot bring a buyer. If there are several brokers or salesperson trying to sell the same property, the agent who is the procuring cause of the sale earns the commission. Okay, you bring the best buyer. Okay, they'll get the commission. If you bring a buyer who cannot perform, right, you're not going to get the commission. If more than one broker or salesperson is involved, each gets a percentage which is spelled out in the listing agreement. Okay, 它可以分配 ，right？ 一个公司、两个公司、三个公司 ，OK， 都可以分配这个佣金的。Transfer disclosure statement， OK， 宣布这个纸张 ，OK。Easton versus Strasburger, OK. Greatly extend the liability of brokers to engage in residential real estate sale, right? The court case established the need for agents to visually inspect the property for red flags and disclose a finding to their clients. Red flags, okay? Both the listing agent and the selling agent have to do their own what we call AVID report. Agent Visual Inspection Disclosure. OK， 两方代表卖主还是买主 ，OK， 他有宣布一个报告 ，it's 4 pages. Okay, any red flags? For example, dirty carpet, right? Cracked windows, broken handle, all of that. Okay, yellow stain on the ceiling. Put in a report. Okay, anything that you can see, right? You're not a home inspector. Okay, anything that you see that is abnormal, you put it down on the report. So everybody is on the same page. They see what maybe they didn't see it. Then they realize, oh, there's a yellow spot in the ceiling corner, right? 所以呢，这个报告 ，right， 两方都有做的 ，OK， 一个是代表卖主，一个代表买主，都有做这个报告 ，OK， 他就写下来不正常的东西在房楼里面 ，OK， 比如说这个地毯是脏的 ，right， 这个门关不到 ，right， 开不到这个锁，然后ceiling 天花板上面有个黄印等等。你不是说这个它漏过水 ，right， 这个你不用说出来，你不知道 ，right， 这个情形，你就说这个天花板那个找到这个黄印不同颜色 ，OK， 等等 ，OK。所以他们就是看，哎，这个是不是漏过水啊？哎，他就问这个问题就问出来了 ，OK。所以这个叫 red flags， OK。So be aware, right? Okay, so it looks something like this, okay. This is a different disclosure, okay. It's called a TDS. Transfer Disclosure Statement, okay. What is it? It lists all of the house equipment, air conditioning, heater, fans, stoves, etc., okay. So it identifies items of value attached to the structure or land and states whether these items are operational or not. OK， 它就宣布里面的设备有什么，这个房子有什么设备，然后它是好的还是坏的。Okay, this report is 3 pages. Okay. Anything they check yes on, they better have an explanation. Explain. Okay. 因为他扣yes 是坏的，哎，他有解释 ，OK， 怎么回事？还是他油个漆，哎，装个修等等 ，OK。Sequence of filling in and signing transfer disclosure statement form, okay. This is time sensitive. TDS is time sensitive. That's why sometimes they even put on the listing, right? People see it first. The transfer disclosure statement form should be filled out and signed completely by the seller at the time of listing. Okay, 你签这个卖房子的协议的时候，他是有签的 ，OK。Since the seller is the one most familiar with the property, he or she must be encouraged to be forthright and honest about all known defects. 有什么不好、不良的地方，他要宣布出来了。这个时候 ，OK。The seller's agent makes visual, diligent inspection of the property, fill out the transfer disclosure statement, and sign at the time the seller lists the property for sale. Okay, so at the same time, you might as well do an AVID. Okay, you do this two together. And also the SPQ. Seller Property Questionnaire. Okay, do all three. Okay, plus the listing. Okay, 4 items, right? Okay, it's not a half-hour visit. Okay, it's 2 hours. Okay, to get these things done. Okay, but once you get used to it, you can do it in half an hour. Okay. The listing, 6 pages. Right? TDS, 3 pages. AVID, 4 pages. SPQ, 4 pages. Okay, so you add it all up. 8 and 9, 17 pages. Okay, not that bad. Okay, you just ask for abnormal stuff. Okay, that's the key. If you go through everything, it'll take you 4 hours plus. Okay, half a day, even a whole day. Just go over irregular, abnormal stuff, and you'll be okay. Okay, 你就说不正常的东西 ，OK， 坏的东西 ，OK， 不用全部都 go over，OK， 这没有这么多时间 ，OK， 你就说哪里坏掉啊 ，right， 哪里装修过啊 ，right， 哪里漏水过啊，有什么情况 ，right。Buyer should receive a copy of the transfer disclosure statement and sign that he or she have received it before making a written offer. Most agents don't do that, okay? They put an offer in, then later on they get a TDS. Okay? When the buyer get a TDS, they got 3 days to rescind the offer, right? They say, I don't want it. It says here it leaked, right? So the buyer's agent must also visually inspect the property, fill the appropriate section of the statement, and sign it. Okay? 代表买主的也一样 okay? If the buyer fails to receive the TDS prior to signing a contractual offer, he or she has the right to cancel after receipt of the transfer disclosure statement for any reason, right? 3 days if delivered by hand, 5 days if mail. A written notice of termination must be delivered to the seller or to the seller's broker if they decide to cancel. Okay, so put the TDS up front. Okay, very, very time sensitive. Okay, a lot of agents, they do it afterwards. Okay, they do it within 7 days of the offer, right? They're wasting their own time, okay, if they do that, okay? But That's the norm, it seems, okay? But do the TDS first. That's my advice.所以这个 TDS 很重要一个文件 ，OK， 必须要先宣布出来 ，OK， 后宣布出来的话就浪费大家的时间。OK，brokers responsibilities，OK， 经纪人的责任。Okay, we talk about trust account. Okay, 这个是 broker of the company. Okay, when you handle other people's money, okay, very, very important. And on the exam, right, they will test you on it. Okay, 考试会考到你的。Okay, a broker accepting a money deposit is required to what? 3 things, right? If you could contact the principal, give it to the principal. Okay, if you cannot find them, place it in a trust account or give it to an escrow company. Okay, 如果你收到一张支票，一些钱 ，OK， 你怎么去处理 ？OK， 3种方式，你给这个 principal，OK， 给这个被代表的人 ，OK， 屋主啊 ，right， 买主等等 ，OK， 还是你代表这个房客等等 ，OK，or place it in a trust account， 你放了一个信托户口里面，还是你给这个 escrow 公司中间的操作公司 ，OK。Two things, okay, for the trust account. Okay, you can start an account with $200 of your own money. Okay, and that's it, right? This is for like feeds and okay. Deposit other than the initial deposit, usually around $200 to start the account, are never the personal property of the broker. Okay, don't put your own money in there except for the $200 to start. Okay, this is the client's money. Client's money. Okay, you keep that separate. Okay, 这个要分开 ，right？ 这个信托户口 ，right？ 是客人的钱 ，OK？ 你可以放200块自己的钱去开这个户口 ，OK？ 之后呢，这所有的钱在里面就是客人的钱 ，OK？Commingling is the mixing together of funds of the principal and the licensee。你不可以把客人的钱付了在你自己的钱里面 ，OK？ So example of that is that if you have a safe at the office, right? You take the rent money, right, cash, and you put that into the safe with the company's cash. No good. That's called commingling, right? Ladies, with your purse, right? You have your own money, your own cash, your check, right, etc. You take the tenant's money, right, cash, and put in your purse. That's commingling. No good. Keep it separate. Okay, put in an envelope, separate. Don't put the envelope into your purse, okay? Carry it outside your purse. OK， 所以呢，这个是付的钱怎么付了？如果你公司有个那个保险商 ，OK， 你放公司的钱，你放客人的钱，这样子都糊在一起 ，OK， 叫 commingling，OK， 不可以这样去来做，你要分开保险商 ，OK， 把它分开 ，OK。女士们也是一样 ，right？ 她的包包 ，OK， 她有自己的钱、薪金、支票等等 ，right？ 她放客人的 租金进去 ，right？ cash 也好，支票也好 ，right？ 它的糊的意思了 ，OK？ 不可以这样子来做 ，OK？ 也分开放了一个顺丰里面，但是不能放那个顺丰在包包里面，一样的 ，OK？ 糊的在里面，把它分开 ，OK？Separate the funds，OK？Conversion，OK？ 这个叫盗用客人的钱 ，OK？ 不可以做，这是用客人的钱了 ，OK？The unlawful misappropriation and use of client's fund by licensee. Okay? Most people, what they do is, ladies again, right? They collect the rent from the tenant, put it into your purse, right? Or the guy they put in the wallet, right? And then they get a call from the spouse. Hey, honey, we'll get some milk and eggs. Right? They whip out the wallet, whip out the purse. Oh, I only have $2. Oh, but I have $1,000 of the rent money. Right? And they go to the store, they pay with the tenant's money. That's called conversion. You just committed a crime. Okay? 你盗用客人的钱 Okay? That's a no-no. Okay? I would rather go back home, right? Grab the money, right? Go back out to the store. Okay? Do not use the client's money. Alright? You go to the store, they got a camera all over the place, right? Okay? You use the client's money, no good. Okay? 一样了 right? 女士们，男士也是一样 right? 你去收租这个钱 right? 你就糊的在你这个钱包里面了 OK? 然后呢，电话响了 OK? 你的配偶说，没有牛奶了 OK? 没有鸡蛋，没有牛奶，你去买吧。然后你去买的时候 right? 你看你的钱包包里面 OK? 不够钱 OK? 20块50块的东西你没有钱不够 right? 你就说这是有租金客人的租金我就用了，这样子的话你就盗用客人的钱了 OK? 是非法行为 OK? 你可以调license OK? 不可以这样说，那原因就是回到家里 OK? 拿自己的钱来去做 OK? 来去再买 OK? 还是你用你自己的信用卡 OK? 来买东西，不用客人的钱。Alright, transaction files, okay? All documents, right? All files. All files. Okay? Must be kept for 3 years for all transactions. Okay? 3 years. Okay? It will be on a test. They'll ask you how many years. They say 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. Okay, 3 years. Sometimes they don't say 3 years. Sometimes in the answer they say 36 months. Okay? Be careful. Okay? 要保留3年所有的纸张的文件、协议等等 OK? 包括含了在这个交易里面 OK? 他问你这个答案的，他是1年、3年、5年、10年 OK? 这是3年，有时候他不说3年，他是说36个月，这个你要注意 OK? 因为他说36个月，这是36个月 OK? 等于3年嘛 OK? Salespeople may be independent contractor or employees. Okay, 你做 sales 的话，你可以跟公司打工，还是你自雇 Okay. Independent contractor sells final result rather than time. Physical conduct is not subject to control of the broker. You set your own hours. OK， 你是独立的 ，OK， 机构 ，OK， 它不规定你9点到5点等等 ，right？ 你不是拿薪水 ，OK， 你是拿佣金的。You get paid commission, right? Not salary. Agent must pay their own what? Federal income tax, state income tax, social security, disability insurance, workers' comp, and unemployment insurance, state unemployment insurance, etc. Right? Plus other fees, right? License fee, right? Supra, right? Your mobile phone, right? Internet, computer, car, etc. Okay, meals, tolls, parking. Okay, anything that produces income for you, right? What happens if you need to go to sign a listing appointment and you spill coffee on your shirt? You go to the department store, change your shirt. That shirt, right? You get to deduct. Why? Because without that new shirt, you look like a slob and people don't sign your listing agreement. So this is conducive to your business. They would allow that deduction for you. Okay? But you cannot get a new shirt every week, right? Once in the blue moon is okay. OK， 你去签一个很重要的协议 ，right？ 你的咖啡就摔了在自己的衣服上面 ，OK？ 你马上去买一个新的 ，right？ 这个钱呢可以抵税的 ，OK？ 因为你不换那个衣服 ，right？ 你就没有这个 contract， 你就赚不到这个钱 ，OK？ 所以这个钱该花的。该抵税可以抵税的。Written broker associate contract, OK？ 你就跟公司去签个协议 ，OK？ As required by Real Estate Commissioner's regulation, broker must have a written contract with each licensed member of the sales staff. All sales agent has to have a contract with the company. A copy of this contract must be retained by all parties for 3 years from the date of termination. 你不跟那个公司打工之后，还只有 keep 这个协议3年。3 years, remember? 3 years. OK? 记住3年 ，keep 住3年 ，OK? Okay, notification to the DRE, Department of Real Estate. Okay, Calgary is California Bureau of Real Estate. They no longer try not to use his name. Okay, they go back to DRE, more simpler. People always say Department of Real Estate. They realize this is not gonna work, so they're gonna go back to DRE. Okay. When a salesperson chooses to leave the employ of a broker, the broker must notify DRE within 10 days. Okay, so if they're leaving, 10 days. Okay, so when salesperson transfer a license to a new broker, a broker must notify DRE within 5 days of the new employment. Okay, you come in as a newbie, right? 5 days. You have to notify. Okay, right now, everything is gone through the web, everything is instant. So the 10 days and the 5 days, that's moot, okay? Those are snail mail, right? By letter. Okay, but still you need to know, leaving, exiting, 10 days, okay? Coming in, 5 days. So 10, you have an E in there for exit, right? 5, you have an I there for in, okay? 5 days. Also, we could use a T, okay? Just remember one and the other one is the other one, okay? It's easier to remember. Exit is 10, okay? 你就记住 ，right？ 10天就是他走了，right？ Exit 走，你记住这个就 OK 了。另外的是5天 ，OK？ Agents who buy and sell for their own account， OK？ 他自己买自己的房子，买卖自己的房子怎么处理？ They must disclose the fact that he or she is licensed real estate professional. State this fact in all written contracts. 协议要写上。Inform your broker. Most brokers have their own requirement, okay? For us, you just have to state that in the contract, okay? Under other terms, or you use an addendum. OK， 你在协议的栏 ，OK， 其他的条件宣布，哎，还是你加这个 addendum 宣布你是 license agent，OK？ Alright, power of attorney， 委托解 ，OK？And acknowledge was the man notarize, right? Written authorization of one person to act for another， 代表人家去处理一件事 ，OK？ 委托一个人。So you have general power of attorney allow the person so authorized to perform any act the principal could perform. Typically with real estate, okay, you use what we call the special power of attorney. Okay, they tie to one particular address. Okay, or addresses. Okay, so attorney in fact, 委托解 okay, under a general power of attorney is an agent who may have the power to transact all of the principal's businesses. Okay, so that's general, right? Specific is specific to a property address. And this is what we use for taking care of a house. Okay? 处理一个房子的话就用 special power of attorney. Okay, tort by an agent. Okay, 就是 agent 犯规了。Any civil injury or wrong committed on a person or his property. Misrepresentation of a material fact. An untrue statement made by a broker to influence the outcome of a sale. OK， 这是有点诈骗行为。Puffing， OK， 这是吹牛，也不算吹牛了，这是夸张的说话。OK， It's a statement of opinion, not fact, that exaggerates the property's benefit. It's a beautiful home, elegant home, right? Aesthetic, right? All those adjectives will create puff, right? 你夸张的宣布是哦，很漂亮啊，很豪华啊，等等 ，OK？ You could do puffing all you want, okay? People know you're puffing, okay? But there's other three types of misrepresentation. One is innocent. You don't know, right? You just say it. One is not careful, okay? The other one is fraudulent, on purpose. 有三种的错误代表 ，OK？ 一个呢就不知道，哎，你就说出来 ，OK？ 第二呢，你不小心说错话了。第三种就专门说错，诈骗行为 ，OK？ And then we'll talk about secret profit, right? So you use, the house to your benefit. One other secret profit is this, okay? You have a listing. Okay, you have over 10 offers. Okay, the buyer or the selling agent, okay, offer you $5,000 under the table. Say, take my client's offer. Okay, take it. Okay, and you talk it, so it becomes secret profit. Okay, well, what will happen in the case, right? You tell the seller, okay, someone is offering me $5,000 to take this buyer. What do you want to do? You become transparent. Okay? No secrets. Then it's okay. Then the seller, oh, it's a good buyer, right? Take it. Right? And then I pay you $5,000 less. Or half. Right? We split it. Right? As long as the seller knows, you're okay. Okay? 有种情形就是这样子个例子 ，OK？ 很热门的房子 ，OK？ 一个 selling agent 说，我给你5000块，你就拿我的 offer。OK？ 如果你收了他5000块的话，你推广这个 buyer 的话，你就悄悄的赚了5000块。OK？ 这个叫 secret profit。因为你宣布给这个卖主是，哎，有人给我5000块哦 ，OK， 你想怎么去处理 ？OK， 这个呢，他知道这不是 secret profit 了 ，OK， 他有很多处理的方式，他说 ，OK， 就是选这个 buyer， 你就拿多5000块，小老说，哎，一半，哎，还是，我不要这个，另外的 buyer 比这个好 ，OK， 所以呢，你又代表 seller，OK， 不可以多赚，秘密去多赚那个钱。So it's an illegal payment to the broker or salesperson which violates the fiduciary relationship, okay? 你悄悄的去赚钱就不是金贵的代表他了 ，OK？ Okay, warranty of authority. Express warranty or implied warranty, okay? Express warranty is when you have something written, okay? 这是表达出来的姓名 OK， 这是写出来的。Imply is given to the broker he or she have shown property with the seller's consent. Merely shows. OK， 嘴巴讲的还是他意思说的，不算数。OK。Disclosure of AIDS and deaths. OK， 宣布有性病。OK， 还是死亡在屋子里面。OK。An occupant's death from AIDS or AIDS-related illness or any other contagious disease is highly emotional issue. By law, seller, broker, and landlord have no liability for failure to disclose a prior occupant's death or its cause after 3 years. 5年之后不需要宣布，但是如果他问到的话，你知道的，你就告诉他。你不知道就不知道，那没人告诉你。Okay, so going back here, okay, 3 years. So that question is on the SPQ, Seller Property Questionnaire. Anyone die on the subject property? Right, that's the question. Either yes or no. And then you explain if it's yes. Okay? You say, husband died of natural causes. On what date? Right? Cause of death. Or you could say, there was a murder scene on the property. Okay? That's even worse. Right? So all of that you have to disclose within 3 years. Okay? 3 years. Okay? 你就说清楚3年之内有没有人死在房子里面。他在医院过世的话就不算。Okay? Alright, required disclosure, agent summary. So for 1 to 4 unit, right, residential sales, there's a lot of disclosures. One of which we asked was the agent visual inspection disclosure. Okay. Disclosure of agency relationship, that's the AD form. Disclosure of negotiability of real estate commission. Okay. That's the CBC form, or they call it the commission disclosure. Okay, so no disclosure required for manner, occurrence, death, affliction, occupancy of days. Okay, but within 3 years of death on the property, you have to disclose. Termination of agency relationship 怎么去结束这个代表？很多种方式。Operation of law, right? Expiration of the agency agreement 到期了。Okay, or destruction of the property. Right, it's burned down or it collapsed during an earthquake, right? 这个房子没有了，烧掉了，还是它垮掉了 ？Okay. Death or incapacity of the broker seller, listing only. Okay. 卖主还是这个经纪人、老板，right? 公司就垮掉了还是什么 ？OK， 还是屋主脑梗死了 ，OK， 等等 ，OK， 没有负责人继续这个协议 ，OK， 都停掉了。Act of seller or broker, OK, agreement by both broker and seller， 两方同意的停掉可以。Revocation of listing by the seller, OK, 停掉。Renouncement of listing by the broker, listing broker 停掉。OK， 但是呢，这两个有可能有纠纷。OK， Close of escrow 完成了。OK， 房子卖掉了。OK， 做好了，完了。OK， 就停掉了。Okay, brokerage must be run like a business, like any other industry, okay? They will also test you on the exam too, right? Gross dollar is what the company, okay, takes in as input. A company dollar is a dollar that the broker after all the commission has been paid. Okay, gross dollar minus all the commission equal company dollar. Okay, so if $100 comes in, right, they pay $80 on a commission, right? $20 is the company dollar. Okay, so this is the gross dollar. Okay. So you have total operating expense. Okay, you have advertisement, staff salary, entertainment, travel, facility, that's like rents, sales manager, telephone, and then return, right? That's the company dollar. This is all the expense. Okay, of the company dollar. So the $20 is here. Okay, they still have to minus all the expenses, and they keep 1/3 of that. Right, divided by 3. So they keep about $6. 6%. Okay. So running a company, not that you think that, oh, we got 20%, that's 20%. Okay. There's a lot of expenses involved, right? So they end up with 6% or less. Okay. 所以你看 ，OK， 公司赚钱的 ，OK， 他的佣金是进来 ，right， 要减掉 ，right， 给 agent 的佣金，这是80% 嘛 ，OK， 平均数 ，OK， 所以呢，这个就是公司的钱 ，OK， 公司的钱里面它有很多花费的，打广告啊，人工啊 ，right， 去做事啊，宣传广告 ，right， 租金啊，还有请 manager 啊 ，right， 电话费啊等等 ，right， 他1/3赚到 ，OK， 所以他20块赚到的话，他省了6块 ，OK， 他真的赚到在口袋就是6块，公司 ，OK， 公司的钱 ，OK， 赚了5到6% 左右。有些公司它是挂大名字 OK， 这个 Century 21啊 ，Remax 啊 ，right， 他们也抽4%。OK， 所以他抽4%，这边就变成2%了。OK， 2到3%。OK， 他赚的不多。OK， 很少的。OK。Adapt to changes in online brokerage marketing. OK， 现在我们所有都通过网址来打广告了。OK， 做市场。So online real estate searches, right? Whether it's seller or buyer. Okay, seller, how much is worth? Okay, buyer will search for houses. Okay, so online real estate searches, they got realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, okay, Redfin, and of course our own company, StarMax. Realty.com。所以呢，通过这个网址，人家可以找房子啊、卖房子等等 ，OK， 都可以的 ，OK。Realtor.com、Zillow.com、Trulia.com、Redfin.com。当然了，我们公司是 StarMaxRealty.com。Social media advertising，right？ 你通过这个社会的交流 ，OK。Social media is interaction among people which they share and exchange information, pictures, videos, and ideas and ads. 打广告。It is a good place to market and advertise yourself. Okay, you can share your pop-up ads with certain zip codes, for example, so your advertising dollars are spent where they do the most good. 这地区你打广告，报纸啊、电视啊、收音机啊等等 ，OK， 都可以的。这个你可以通过网络来做。Online and contact, okay, from technology. It's rapidly changing, so you have to keep pace with it, okay? Transaction information should be available anytime, anywhere. Call is now application available to help us with this, okay? 所以通过高科技的 okay, go through technology, okay, and use online and contract forms to do your business, okay, 通过网络来操作你的协议啊、买卖等等 okay. So millennial and baby boomers, right? They're born 80 to 85, baby boomers 46 to 64. Right? These two large groups, right? You ask them, you want to do text, email, or by phone, right? Or the old folks, they still use fax and even mail, right? But tell them to use FedEx, UPS, or United States Postal Service. Okay? 所以呢，这两种人 ，OK， 80后 ，OK， 到这个婴儿潮46到64年的出生，他们的两组人是最买卖房子是最多的 ，OK， 我们完成这个章子4 ，OK。 给我2分钟。所以下个礼拜呢，我们就15号 ，OK， 5月15号 ，OK， 我们就是做这样子5跟6 ，OK， 这是星期六9点到12点 ，OK。So next week, May 15, we're gonna do chapter 5 and 6, Saturday 9 to 12. Okay, so everyone have a good weekend, and we see everybody next week. Okay.